All right, fun times. I guess the Facebook camera you can't really see. Wow. Man, the YouTube one compared to the Facebook one, you can just see so much more. Welcome to people. Hello on the YouTubes. 4 people, welcome. You can see some things are different. I'll get into that as we share updates. Anyone here from the Liberty Doll stream? Oh, it's fun. Yo, wooden doors. That was fast. Hello, Jack.
Science.
Sorry.
A lot faster now. There's a lot of
I just subbed. Oh, thanks, Wooden. He just subbed.
Oh, awesome.
Appreciate that.
All right, so I'm going to share the Facebook link so that everybody can get on board, know that the stream is on.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure it's coming through.
Should we link the YouTube in the description?
I will eventually, yeah, for sure. For now, I just need the actual video itself. So
welcome,
bear with
people.
us as we
Happy Friday. One like on the YouTube. That's cool. Anyone come here from the? I guess it wasn't an interview. It was just a hangout with Liberty Doll on her channel. If you don't know who Liberty Doll is, definitely check her out. She's on YouTube,
definitely
so you can find her. She should just come up.
Yeah.
And she has a really cute avatar. What era is that from? The 50s?
Yeah, it's like rockabilly, 50s, retro. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. So it's great. And we were talking about the war on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good stream. It was really sad. What started it was she lost her friend. I actually wanted to spend more time on that, but we focused on overall, like the big picture. What's wrong with the drug war? Who has it affected? Why is it wrong? Why should we decriminalize victimless actions? So yeah,
and then, legalize.
Yeah. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not familiar with all the drugs. So decriminalize and legalize.
Lawyer. Oh, hello.
On this
As I try to share this, okay, the difference
is
is that decriminalize just means that you won't be charged with a crime. It doesn't mean that there couldn't be other civil sanctions. So legalization puts the state's stamp of approval. In other words, you're not going to be in any way, shape, or form penalized or called into court for doing something that's fully legal. So again, both of course are important terms, and you could say both at the same time just to get the effect. But obviously,
Facebook.
Just leave people alone. That'd be nice.
Hey, Beto, welcome.
That's the government. Leave people alone here. Yeah.
Someone is the stream lagging for anybody on YouTube or Facebook? Somebody said.
Someone said it's lagging.
Yeah, for Wooden.
Oh, that's probably his internet connection then.
Hold on, now. Guess there's not much we can do about it.
Yeah.
A like, thank you on Facebook. Oh, a heart, thank you. Okay, I added 2 likes. Thanks, arigato.
She's trans Asian. She can become any Asian she wishes.
I tried to do an Asian accent on the war on drugs conversation with Liberty Doll, and she laughed. I was flattered. It's like, yay. And then somebody in the comments was like, oh my gosh, my mom's here.
Oh, really?
So that implied to me they were probably Vietnamese.
Oh.
Well, it kind of was a mix of accents. That's the thing. It would go from Vietnamese to Chinese to Japanese. It's kind of hard to for me to keep consistent.
Right.
But yeah, so crazy things. Yeah.
All right, and that's it. I'm getting better at this.
That is it.
I'm getting really good at this whole fast sharing thing.
Muscle memory. Good for you.
Soon enough, it'll be as fast as my pulling the AR trigger. Hopefully. Hopefully.
You do pull it faster than me, I have to admit.
I'm quite the speed fire.
I got to work on the strength over here. I would say that your fingers are a little stronger than mine.
You just need a little bit. Get one of those grip workout things for your fingers. You can just focus on your trigger finger.
Yeah.
Just keep building your strength.
I don't want to get arthritis.
I don't know that you get arthritis from that, right. But.
Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew.
Bad.
Drew's cool.
Oh, What's up, Drew? Was he over at Liberty Dolls Hangout too?
No, but he's been on the stream for many times.
Yes.
So thanks, Drew. One of the regulars
Very cool.
that watch our stream, which is cool.
It is cool. I'm glad there's a lot of people who came back.
I hope it's a timing because we tend to do Friday nights.
We tend to.
This is a little earlier than usual.
Is it? I would say it's about normal. I mean, the past couple
we
times.
We did like 11.
Yeah, we got
one time
busy
12.
and sidetracked.
I think we did 12 one time. I was like, whoa.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
So, what do we have here today?
All right. So, as it stands, I think, okay, everything's looking good. So, I guess for those, as always, we got to give both the historical and, so sorry for those who are here repeatedly, but I'm sure you'll understand. The historical, what it is we're doing here, just to tell everybody and give some updates. So, the short of it is that this stream relates to the Red Flag Reality Project. So those of you who are new here, first time hanging out, you can kind of see here. This is a little teaser. Yeah, this is new too.
Never been shown.
Never been shown the big one.
Never been had, in fact.
Right. So what it is this project that we put together to push back against the gun grabbing media that's out there. That's become especially prevalent leading up to the 2020 election, with groups like Sandy Hook Promise putting out these dramatic PSAs that are meant to pull at people's heartstrings, and I think really be deceptively violent and gruesome in how they present the situation. I think very unrealistic. Yeah. And trying to make it seem like, oh, that's just the big norm, is that school shootings are everywhere, even though it's literally not. Right. Just even the other day, like it was California, right? They have all these different gun restrictions. They have under 21 can't get a handgun. The kid who got it was 16. Obviously it was illegal on campus. Yeah. What I mean? They have all these different things. It wasn't an assault rifle, like the media likes to demonize. Yeah. Right. And that's made up, and yet he still went and shot people. And it's just one of these things.
And they have the red flag laws already. So
well, they don't have the red flag laws yet. It's in passed, but it doesn't get implemented till January 2020. But basically, it's all good. The kind of situation is just this constant push for banning war and war. People's guns and fundamental rights. And we've come to realize that this specific avenue that they're pushing for, red flag laws, is actually in many ways one of the most dangerous forms of gun control that has ever been introduced. And in fact, this really is the gun grabbing, backdoor that is going to be used to basically commit a type of democide against gun owners. It is going to be that violent, and it's already started to go that way. So that's what we're doing. Again, for anybody who's just new here, has never joined us for the stream, didn't know Red Flag Reality.
Yeah,
that's just a quick rundown. So I'll turn it over to you really quick while I just pull up something here.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So, thanks to you guys for hanging. Happy Friday. Auto again. The NFA is blatant. Yeah, agreed. Mm-hmm. And that the NFA is blatantly unconstitutional. I'm really glad I had that conversation with Liberty Doll. It was very thought-provoking and made me realize that there's a lot of parallels with the war on drugs and all the propaganda leading up to the war on drugs and during it, throughout it, to continue it and maintain the sentiment or whatever. And it's only been in the past, 5 to 8 years or something that marijuana has begun to being legalized in states. So the culture has really changed a lot to where you have the majority of people in the states, over 50% of people, at least who fill out the survey or whatever, say that they're for legalization. Oftentimes recreational marijuana. So, the propaganda though leading up to it, if you remember those weed mania, I forgot what weed hysteria propaganda videos. There was one where it's called Reefer Madness. Thank you, Reefer Madness. Weed hysteria. Hey, it's close. Is that not close?
That's what happens when you're, a lawnmower company and you need to cut people's lawns and you're like OCD.
Weed hysteria. Oh, that's a great company. Oh, thanks, Modern Renaissance Man. Welcome back to the stream. You're also one of the regulars. He says, "Hey guys,
cheers.
I don't have anything. Hey guys, share the live on your social media.
Yes.
Let's get folks on here. I shared already.
Thank you. And thanks for the early support. That really means a lot because we have updates and good things. Some things I can say, some things I can't say yet. But again, behind the scenes, things have actually been going swimmingly. And we're more excited and actually more confident than before.
Had a new development this week.
Yeah. Had a very cool conversation. One thing I think we can say we had a conversation with somebody.
But we can't say.
But we won't say.
Who?
Well, yeah, I guess we won't say a name. Maybe we say organization. But without saying anything further. I think it's not wrong to tease the fact that we actually did this. I just don't want to announce all of what's been offered. You know what I mean? So I think just saying that we had a conversation.
Wait, can I just finish my thought about Reefer Madness?
Sure.
There was a point. So Reefer Madness, Olivia said, I like your name, Reefer Madness. LOL, I just remember lots of piano playing and propaganda. Well, there was one short of Reefer Madness that was so silly. Yes, there was the piano. That's correct. And it was that same guy, but he just takes a hit and then you see his eyes get super wide and he's like, and he dips his wife or girlfriend over and she's like, oh, what's happening? And he gives her a big smooch. It's like, oh, madness. I can't remember what the narrator said, but that's exactly what's going on with these organizations like Sandy Hook Promise, for example, creating and having millions of dollars.
Yes, across these organizations. No, it is millions of dollars.
Our funding goal is nothing compared to the millions, hundreds of millions these people have from all these different, very evil, in my opinion, people running these organizations, funds, banks, whatever, who want to maintain control over people. And the best way to maintain control over population is if they're weaker than you, right? If they all had fighter jets and full autos, that would be much harder to control than a group of people who worship you and they'll call you, but they don't have their own guns or anything. I was going to say knives.
Knives. That's the UK. That's the UK. Yeah. Fight for our knives.
Yeah. And so I realized that, talking to Liberty Doll about the war on drugs, that there's that parallel. What was happening, the stigma that was being created by government actors, by private actors who are just don't understand that right and just want to control others as well and want to use the state to. Oh, hi, Liberty Doll, full of ammo.
Oh wait, where's? Oh wow! I missed that. I was looking down. Okay, yeah, Liberty Doll. What's up?
I just randomly said that. Oh, hi, Liberty Doll.
Yeah.
But so that's what's happening now to guns, and that's why we're fighting back, and that's why we're doing this project, because we want to fight back and show that the reality of red flag laws, for example, and the other videos we want to make about gun control in general, if we can, but the main film will be about red flag specifically. The reason sorry. But the reason is because I'm distracted.
Yeah. The reason
is because we want to show our own form of this very engrossing film and portrayal of the realities of it. That's a lot harder to depict.
And it should be a short film, just to be clear, because we're not making some full-length film. We're making a PSA style thing in the same vein as they've put out these gun grabbing groups. So they do this hard-hitting PSA you can run a minute, 2 minutes commercial kind of thing. So we're doing that same style. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that, and that's why we're here, and we got to fight back.
Exactly. So on that note, we will update you on what we can. So far, so good in terms of getting things rolling on all of the production elements beforehand. I've had extensive conversations now with the cinematographer. He's all on board. Everything's good. I actually just finished setting up all of the legal, banking, all that good stuff, so that we can actually go ahead and raise funds and everything's legit and will be accounted for properly. So that actually has been finalized finally. So that took a number of months to actually go through the legal process and get everything set up. But now everything's good. So outside,
the legal stuff.
The legal stuff. Because we're obviously there's going to be people who really don't like us. Before. Yeah. So we're going to be obviously doing everything by the book. Everything will be done properly. There won't be any, scrutiny. We're going to be above reproach, of course, in everything we do. And we want to be, very much with full integrity on this. So, and outside of that, we actually launched this week the first teaser trailer. So there's an animated text or kinetic text video that has been placed on the Facebook page Red Flag Reality. So if you want to check that out, you can swap out of here or wait till the end. But there's a little video there that's kind of like a inspiring promotional video to get some excitement. And there's going to be a version of that that's even better that will be on the pitch video itself. So we have like 2 versions of the video. We put like one of the versions online, so you kind of get a sense of that, get excited about it. The actual Facebook page too, I mean, like, I'm stoked. I wasn't expecting this much, but already within a short amount of time, it's over 1,000 follows and likes, and lots of people are engaging with the content and really excited for what's coming out. And to our surprise, our work had actually reached the point of getting into, you could say, the hands of the people at FPC, Firearms Policy Coalition. And they reached out to us, and actually we had a nice conversation with them. And, I'm not going to say more than I can, but I'm just going to say that if everything...
Wait, did you just say the organization?
Yeah. If everything... It's okay. It's all good. We're not saying names. We're not saying what's happening. But
all right. Well, now that you said it, can I just
There's nothing more. There's nothing... Yes.
Okay,
you can we. You can we all you want. But outside of that, outside of the we, I don't want to... I never like to count the chickens before they hatch. So I don't like to overpromise. I prefer to underpromise and overdeliver. But the short of it is that we had a great conversation with them, and hopefully, if everything goes as might be expected, this is going to be an excellent campaign. It's going to be something that is going to really do quite well. So let's just say that I'm very hopeful that through, obviously some of the people we've already networked with, but through some bigger organizations, we're going to be able to get some more support and some more traffic to the campaign itself. So that's really cool. And, I'm just really impressed that even with the short amount of time we're working on this, we've already gotten the attention of many people who are interested in supporting, like the people who are here, and many people who have already supported us. So,
they reached out, and on Twitter, you can even see it.
Yeah, that's true. They did. They did reach out on Twitter, so it's public, but no personal information. But it is on there.
But there was a lot of mutual feels.
Yes, lots of mutual feels of love and work.
Great work.
Yeah, they're doing great work out there.
On the legal side, right?
Definitely. The advocacy, amicus briefs, just fighting at the court level, or sometimes just, writing threatening letters, lawyer letters. They're doing great stuff. Yeah. They're one of the organizations we definitely like.
I guess.
Right. Like FPC, SAF, GOA, the organizations that are, you could say, firearms or gun rights, or right to bear arms absolutists, people who are like, this shall not be infringed. Those are our people. Anyone who compromises, like the NRA.
Can I just say, I love the GOA logo.
Yeah.
It's like a colonial American with like a hunting rifle.
Yeah. I forgot the name of his rifle. Yeah, there's a statue of him.
Colonial hat.
Mm-hmm. I just forgot his name.
Oh, his name.
I could probably Google it, but I'm not going to. Someone who knows who the typical Minuteman guy standing on the rock. That's a very iconic image. If you remember his name, know his name, post in there. If I see it, I'll remember it. I just can't remember offhand.
Yeah, it's not Patrick.
Long day.
It's not Patrick.
Liberty Dell says NRA is definitely not ideal. Yes, it's to say the least. And I actually knew this stuff.
Some things that I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, of course. It's not like they don't do bad. Everything's just bad. But I will say, when push came to shove, many times they failed. And I personally know, because I had a nice lunch with Alan Gura, who argued Heller and McDonald about almost 10 years ago. And he told me all the details firsthand about how the NRA was like, no, we're not ready for this case. I don't think we can take it. And Alan Gura is the one who actually really pushed and fought at the courts, to the Supreme Court, to make sure that the Second Amendment would be incorporated as against the states. So Alan Gura was there standing up when the NRA was backing down, saying, oh, we don't think it's politically right or whatever. I mean, it was total garbage. So Alan Gura stood up and the NRA backed down. Yes, he's a lawyer who took on the cases
Lawyers
of Heather
for
McDonald.
Liberty, man. FBC's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I mean, not sorry. I don't apologize for that statement. It's true. I love the people who specialize that are libertarians, and they're using their skills to work for liberty, whether you're like a video director, an actor, someone who draws art, you're a good cartoonist, animator, rapper, literally anything. Like, your specialization can help contribute. And if maybe nothing directly in terms of creating content, even just supporting someone because you specialize in something else.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, outside of that stuff, again, we are fully throttling toward a January 1st release date. As it stands, it looks like everything's in place. I don't see any reason at the moment why that shouldn't be the case. And as long as everything holds true, which I believe it will be, like a New Year's Day celebration for the right to bear arms.
Just like ANCAP grind last year.
Right, exactly. Just like the music video.
Yeah.
So it's, it hopefully will be releasing at that time, and everything should go as planned. I think we're going to be having some of the perks. And actually, since we're here talking about, the Red Flag Reality Project, we wanted to go through and just, spitball some of the perks as we were going through and just kind of give a sampling of that and just,
especially
get
for those
feedback.
That are new.
Right. Especially those are new. We did talk a little bit about some of them before, but we didn't talk about everything. We do have kind of like more of an itemized list now.
Great.
So, I was going to talk through the actual itemized list.
Okay.
And just, actually kind of walk through those. And again, it's still open to some revision or change and things like that. Maybe there's some cool ideas someone has, like, oh, you can get this cool thing from this place. We're definitely open to it. And, we're definitely wanting to hear from you, the audience, different things that you have ideas about. Of course, not everything's a good idea, but we're here to entertain ideas and just see what's good, what's bad, what'll work.
This is our meeting.
We're talking about that. So. And, and again, you can already see, again, on the Red Flag Reality, we already had the first teaser video there that I personally love. Like, I find it very inspiring the way, it sounds and is written. I think you will too. And we have, all the stuff starting to line up here. So it's only just now a matter of time. And as long as, Sandy Hook Promise or Every Town for Gun Safety doesn't set a hit on our heads to try to kill us, we will do it on January 1st.
Don't they have the money to as well?
Right. Yeah. It's really funny how it's like those are actually the most insane people who are violent. They project their violence on other people because they lack self-control, and they're like, oh, I lack self-control and I'm so mentally dysfunctional. How can anybody have guns, right? These same very unstable people project their own inner turmoil on others. And even that one woman, right, she was an anti-gun activist, and then she kills her 3 kids and herself, just nuts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some of these people are truly insane. The people very often who are speaking out against these things and are so angry about it and so virulent about it, they're often themselves very troubled, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that, you could actually put 5 bullets here, because they did. That is. Modern Renaissance put.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you actually you owe him 5 bullets, by the way. So before I even get to reading this, you gotta put 5 bullets in.
All right. So I should explain what's happening.
Yes.
Can I say the brand?
Yeah, I'm sure RSS is not gonna hear it.
Hopefully.
If they do, well, they're gonna lose a lot of things.
All right. So RS, hopefully you like this publicity, I guess. So this is a speed loader made by RRS for 223s and 556 ammo. And so basically what we're gonna do is that we've been doing every live stream because it's been great. It's dual purpose. It's a fun way to use the speed loader and show you guys what that's like, and also for us to fill our mags, of which we have 13 P mags. And each of these
for polymer.
P for polymer. And
yeah, if you're not it doesn't mean that it's made of pee or that it's urinated on. It's
not a PP mag.
Plasticky polymer.
It's a P mag.
Plastic.
Polymer mag. And great clarification. Yeah. And there's 30 rounds in here. And the RS speed loader also has these notches, so you can keep track of how many you have. And so there's 10. This reminds me of like those old counting instruments that my grandma would have, like the Chinese counting instrument. I forgot what it's
abacus.
Called. Abacus, yeah. And
don't worry, I'll remember anything you forget. I got you.
Those are fun. So this is kind of like it, like this is 10. This is
Liberty
20.
Does a PP bag.
This is 28. This is 30. Yeah.
Sweet Lord.
I think it would be fun. Liberty Doll. Oh,
she should.
Specifically, one of the perks.
That is. We'll get to that in a second, but you owe Modern Renaissance Man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
5 rounds. So put 5 rounds on there.
Round. Thank you, Modern Renaissance Man. 5 of these are for you. So thank you.
And once they get fully loaded, then
we rack it up.
We will rack the mag in celebratory fashion. And you have been getting stronger. So your ability to rack this is
you notice
increased. Yes, the arm strength is there.
I've been working my triceps.
Yes, I'm just seeing your Facebook. Just really quick as you load that. Thanks, Amir Z, for saying what's up. Thanks you, Rich. He said that he watches everything we do. That's awesome.
Oh, cool. Amir likes the setup.
And then Brian said, "Oh, your red flag reality signs show up in reverse." So again, if you're watching on Facebook. They don't have support for Android yet. They won't let you flip like iOS. So if you want to watch this not reverse, go on YouTube. YouTube's got the bigger viewing anyway.
Yes.
So that's where you want to be. All right. So we have 5 rounds in. Again, if you do super chats in support of the project, again, and it's just helping rolling and get things going. And of course, we are supporting ourselves too out of our own time, labor, resources. Again, it's a very big project, but we are definitely excited to be doing it. So.
May I mention one of the next steps for the creation of the video?
Yes. What is it?
Oh.
Okay.
We're
good.
Well, we'll be
the pitch
upgrading
video?
to do the
video. We already upgraded though.
Yeah. Well,
you can tell people that we upgraded the equipment and stuff like that. Yes, we upgraded some equipment to do the actual pitch video itself because we wanted to be a little higher quality. So
and there's a dual purpose, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's been on my Patreon for some time or just even a month because you checked it out, you'll see that one of the goals is to upgrade the equipment, the lighting, so there's better lighting in the background. You can see more of a contrast, for example, between my hair and the black. I'm really excited, and we got some sound foam to panel it up, so I'm excited to change that. And next video you guys should see, or in a couple videos from now, at least for sure the pitch video. You'll see the new quality. So I'm just excited that it's given us a chance to also in preparing for this campaign also help us in the long term continuously. So I just love that this project has helped in other ways.
Right. Yeah. No, it's helping both for this project and also for the future videos because obviously we'd like to continue to talk about these things in future, just regular videos, with your monthly videos and things like that. So, this is really just helping to increase the sound quality, the visual quality, do a little better lighting and things like that. And then, of course, be able to fund and afford to hire someone who's actually even more talented than us at doing the video. And he has got all the bells and whistles. He's got the gimbals, jibs, the sliders, all the good stuff.
The slider. This sounds like a restaurant, a burger joint.
So
the sliders, the jibs.
Yeah. So basically, it's something that we're going to be using to our advantage, both in regular upcoming videos, in the pitch video, and of course, ultimately, with the red flag reality film.
So that's been cool.
Without further ado, we're going to go through these different perk lists we have so far and just kind of, spitball what we're thinking about doing in terms of perk support lists. So again, this is just the perks that you could support on the campaign and, funding the video and some things you might receive in response to this support. So at $5, there's a red flag resistor. You join the campaign, you get a digital wallpaper and support of the campaign. So that's kind of just like your entry level in. If, you basically just want to see you succeed, but you just, don't have a lot of money or whatever. You just want to throw a little bit in, $5, cup of coffee, a Starbucks kind of thing. and then you get a special digital wallpaper from the project. So just an easy way for people to just join in and support.
Yeah.
And then $10, there'll be some special behind the scenes content sent digitally to you. So again, if you support $10 or more, you'll be getting some, special content sent to you, things that we're going to be working on, little behind the scenes, things like that, as the production goes. $25 red flag reality sticker, $50 red flag reality magnet, $75 red flag reality patch, $100 a signed still. So you get a still signed by Fa here from the actual film shoot. So a cool little memento showing, the actual staging of the film. $150 would be the t-shirt. And of course, with these items, they're cumulative. So if you get, one, you get the previous items as well. 200 is an art print. So there'll be a special philosopher art print. So something that is going to kind of be like a creative design that, we hire some artists to make related to the project as well. So kind of a fun art piece. And now we get to the juicy things that we were talking about last time. So this is the fun stuff that, and again, we had some conversations too.
There was a lot of interest in the last stream for these perks coming up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So basically, we were talking to some people. We have some things in the works already for this event, but we're going to do a range day. So if you do 500, you can come out for a range day, where hopefully it will be something that we can do where it's a kind of a more open area where you can shoot machine guns as well. There'll also be a photographer there taking some photos and video, as a memento for people and things like that. And that, of course, is tentatively in a certain location called Vegas. But as things that are looking pretty good for that location based on our discussions behind the scenes working here and talking to FPC, Vegas seems to be a hot choice, literally, because it is going to be the summer and hot. 600 is the group dinner.
Great.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So 600 is the group dinner. So after the range day, we would go to eat with everybody. So everybody clean up. We go for a special group dinner.
And you said it's cumulative. So you do the 600, the dinner. It's not just the dinner. It includes the range. Or is that right or no?
Oh, well, yes. Or that would be it would be, let me see here.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. It might be. I'm still working on that detail, actually.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So the group dinner might be a separate thing. So we're still working on that specific detail. But either way, it'd be range day, then the group dinner thing afterward. They might be able to be bought piecemeal. So you can either do the range, or if you don't want to do the range, you can do group dinner.
Right. Probably piecemeal.
But that one might be a piecemeal thing for events.
Yeah.
And then there's also a discount package. So if you do the range day and the group dinner, then there's a discount package for that. And then there's a couples discount. So if you have that special someone, or you want to just, I guess, I'm sure someone's going to pretend to be
special man friend.
Yeah, their special man friend. They're gonna pretend just to get the discount. Whatever, we don't care.
Friend.
Right, exactly. Your gun buddy bro, who you lube up with.
Whoa,
yes.
You guys go way back.
You both clean each other's guns often. Anyway, Doesn't matter what you do, we don't care. But if you want to do a couples discount, there'll be that too for both the range day and the dinner. Then there'll be a special photo shoot. So this is sorry, getting ahead of myself. 1,500. There's the dinner, range day, and the signed prop from the film set. So you get a prop from the actual film set from when we shoot. 5,000, all the above, plus a special photo shoot at the range by the professional photographer, who's also the cinematographer. With of course, yours truly over here, the philosopher, and a print photo album to keep from that range day event.
Yes.
And then 10,000, all the above, plus a special thank you advertisement. So this is like an executive advertiser, like your big supporter of the project. You just want to see it succeed. You get a big advertisement. And with every update on the campaign, we would give shout outs and images, promoting whatever it is, your name or brand, if you want, in support of the campaign. So as it stands, that's kind of the tentative list of perks and interesting items that we have so far. So again, if you have any thoughts or suggestions, or you have any ideas, definitely you can share those.
Throw them out there.
Just throw them on out there, and we will see what happens. And someone said FPC2. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, GOA all the way.
Yeah.
Someone said join the Gun Owners of America and the Second Amendment Foundation, SAF.
Right.
Yeah,
so
they've been very principled.
they and those people might even be there
Yeah,
Modern Renaissance Man said, for 10K, I want to be in the video. I mean, that'd be tough, but there is a possible avenue that we can make that happen. You'd have to be a really good SWAT guy. I don't know if that's the role you want to take.
You want to be
if you want to be in the background as a SWAT guy, maybe we can make it work. But it would be pretty wild.
Sway said 1 week vacation with you guys.
Right. Well, actually, I mean, technically, in some ways, there would be some vacation with it because
some people might come before the weekend. I mean,
or after, and hang out in Vegas for fun. Right. So we intentionally want to do the range day and the dinner thing together, at a convenient time. And of course, during the summer, a lot of people take vacations. So if you're going to take a vacation anyway, you come on out, hang out. We do the fun stuff, and then maybe we go to Caesar's Palace pool or something like that for fun.
I've never been there.
Oh yeah,
is it really pretty.
Oh, it's pretty. It's very pretty.
Ooh, cool. And it'll be hot. So is there like an outdoor pool?
Oh, it's outdoor. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Caesar's Palace is nice. We can go. We go to Pawn Stars, right?
Oh, Pawn Stars.
Oh my goodness.
Try to talk about capitalism and be like, you like voluntary trade. Okay, I'll be that libertarian.
So basically, just the idea is just to have a good time and just thank everybody who's supporting the project of the campaign, things like that, and also get to connect with some people here and hang out and talk about the issues. So
if the video comes out prior and it's successful, celebrating the success together.
Right, it probably won't, but yeah. Because it would come out because the video would probably come out after the hangout, most likely, because they'll take obviously we have to do production, set all this stuff up, the actors, stuff like that. Then we have to do post-production.
Get excited for
right, get excited, talk about what's happening with it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited, and it was cool meeting FPC.
That was very cool. Yeah.
The organization, the monolith,
I will say I got a new level of respect for people at FPC after that conversation, because they are serious. Like they really are as serious and as principled as they portray themselves to be.
Their articles, their policy briefs, you can hear in what they write.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like they're continuing the legacy of those Americans in colonial America who were like really passionate about liberty.
Yeah.
And being free from the king at the time.
Wait, what?
King of England.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. No, exactly. So, yeah, it was very exciting, and I think that based on what we've talked about so far, it's going to be pretty good success. So I think this is going to rock the and shake the boots of Sandy Hook Promise, Everytown Gun Safety, and all the other groups like Moms to Demand Action, March for Our Lives, because I mean they've gotten it so easy because they have all these billionaires. Not that it's a bad thing itself, but they're crony billionaires who are throwing millions of dollars at these groups because they want to disarm everybody so that they can take over. Like that's the goal, is they want to make it as easy as possible to knock off all their political enemies. It's the same story as in all of history, that if they can get everybody fully disarmed, it's just steamroll after that, just like in China.
It's easy to control all the property, just like in China. Exactly. Oh, Sway said, hey, Sway.
Yeah.
He says, where do you donate to the project? The link on the website isn't working for me. So the project is not live yet. I mean, the campaign is not live yet. We think we'll be ready to launch on January 1st. So
so there's no way to support the project within the campaign yet because it hasn't been launched yet. We're just in pre right now. We've been in pre-production.
Thank you for wanting support.
But thank you. Yes,
definitely. January 1st.
We take super chat support if you want to super chat support. Or direct contribution on Patreon or whatever.
Yes, or
you can do that.
If you want to wait and
exactly. Or if you want to save up and wait, obviously that's great too. But all the support and he supported before. Of course, Sway supported last time. Again, that. Helped us with this pre-production stuff, getting things together, producing the teaser video, producing, the imagery and the art and getting stuff together. So, and
that's 5 more bullets.
That's 5 more bullets.
Thank you, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
I'm going to write that.
Yeah. And it really does help. Like, there's no joke. Like, seriously, everybody's support here really helps a lot. Because, I mean, I kid you not. Like, I've personally put in over $1,000 already myself of my own accord and in my own pocket into this. So again, I'm a fan of the project and working this like everybody else. So the support is just helping out along. So we're all here working on the same thing together, which is to do something again that other people either can or won't do. And actually, if I may, in addition to that, the people at FPC actually told us something very specific that was really kind and encouraging. And what they told us was this: at FPC, they said, we realize that we do something very narrow and special and effective. They're good at doing the whole legal issue side, doing the lawsuits, right, helping people who've been attacked. Right. They said, but they recognize that there are other talented individuals and organizations out there who are doing good things, and they said that they want to support those who they believe are going to be successful in countering these gun grabbing measures and other mechanisms of means.
That was a huge compliment.
It was a huge compliment.
Such a successful organization.
Yeah,
they were huge organizers of the November rally for the Second Amendment in Washington D.C. They're a big part of evangelizing it. So they're really serious, and they're really out there. These are really passionate people, at least the people we met, and they're very principled. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, let's go back once they agreed, like, once we fight back and stop the continuous, I guess, taking away of the Second Amendment and increasing gun control. Like, after that, we don't just stop there. We continue to advocate for everything to be repealed, just like, the cannabis movement, cannabis legalization movement, and the culture of music, art, and everything that came out, TV shows, comedies, that came out in support of marijuana. I want to see that for marijuana legalization. For firearms.
And that too. I mean, all of it.
Right, exactly. And in general, as libertarians, we want to speak out on all these issues, all these violations against property rights. So.
Right.
But we're just really focused on red flag laws and gun control right now, because that is, literally attacking someone's ability to defend themselves. And in a lot of cases, like the regulations on the firearms industry has made firearms even more expensive. So now what you're doing is making the ability to defend yourself exclusive to rich people.
Right.
Who these same people who advocate for gun control, a lot of them are for like welfare, or they hate the so-called rich. So yeah, it's hypocritical. Or ironic.
And someone who said, the Sway Ocean said, I can't give YouTube money anymore. It's gone too far. And I understand, with the situation, but that was because of the FCC coming down with rules about YouTube monitoring and saying who's making adult content or kids content. I mean, I agree, it's complete nonsense, but very soon enough, we will have up some direct support links for the actual company that could be done. But, either way, eventually the campaign will be launched anyway. But in the meantime, though, I mean, we can just give those direct links right on our website, right?
If you like crypto, if you just go to thephilosopher.com, how you spell the philosopher is just PHO, philosopher. And then, so posting it in the YouTubes and...
Right. So this is the link to your website where you have your just ways of support outside of this. Too. Yeah, we can add that to Facebook here really quick too if they want to know.
Yeah, so there's a crypto option. There's if you want to see the perks for just my channel and you want to support it that way, you can.
That helps. It does.
I'm on Patreon, Subscribestar, and now Float, which used to be Bitbacker, which is like crypto Patreon or crypto Subscribestar. So it's really cool, and I'm personally really enjoying Float in terms of interface, and it also doubles as like a mini Twitter, like a crypto Twitter, and you can send crypto and support your creators that way. So if you want to do crypto, I totally understand not wanting any of your money to go to organizations, companies that you don't agree with. So there are definitely alternatives, and soon we'll have a separate link specifically for this campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the meantime, I mean, it's definitely been fascinating. Actually, I do want to piggyback off that comment because with so much censorship that's taking place in social media, on YouTube, and in my opinion, on the heels of what is actually government threats, less the companies. I actually don't, from what I've read and what I've seen, I don't personally see it actually as the companies as much as the government. And the reason why is because many of these platforms, again, they were always open, for everybody. The people who made them originally, it was supposed to be for creators, and it was fine monetized that way. They were making tons of money. So it's really more so the government that is putting this pressure on people to change their business practices. And this happened to Facebook, this happened to Twitter, this happened to YouTube. And it's very frustrating to have to face this, especially in a time we're trying to get out a message, and the people who control the mainstream media channels are themselves gun grabbers by and large and big status. It's very hard to face that challenge.
Michael Malice's term for it, the corporate press.
Right.
That's true. It's the press from these huge organizations, usually backed behind the scenes by those in the state. So they work together to. It's like, if you want to get these specific tidbits and secrets from the CIA, you better promote their propaganda or whatever, or you're not getting, those insider, scoops from the CIA, right? It was just like Amy Robach in her hot mic moment, how she was saying that the ABC killed the Epstein story because they were getting all kinds of threats, in her words, from the how did she refer to them? Family. The crown, the royal family, and they apparently really wanted the Will and Kate story. And if they would have covered the Epstein story and exposed it, they wouldn't have gotten that story and made money off of that instead.
Yeah. So let's load 5 more rounds.
It's at 10.
Wait, oh really?
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Thank you, Andrew. We didn't
I was like,
Andrew.
What?
Well, we didn't even read it. So
thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew. I'm excited for this. He says, young 2A people are the coolest. Where are my hippie gunslingers? Oh, like hippie, like libertarian gunslingers over here?
Or maybe he means literally hippie. I don't know. He could, like people who are like free love culture stuff, but they also want to protect themselves. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You're cool. You're someone who's like, I'm chill with life.
It's between consenting adults. Right, I'm fine with that.
So, it's 5 rounds.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Sorry. You're awesome, Andrew. Thank you. Keith, the Modern Renaissance man, or Andrew, will you guys be there at the range day?
Yeah.
So that's 6. Oops. All right. Thank you.
So what are we up to now? 15?
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
So that's half a mag.
It's half a mag. And these mags are not approved in many states, which is very scary.
Crazy.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
This is 30. What is it? California limit is 10?
Yeah. I think California did institute that. Yeah. And then you have Colorado, and then they goof because the way it's worded, they could put like some type of like stopper in the mag and then take it out to like give themselves more. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We're in a bizarro world.
Right, you have 11 bullets. He's a criminal. Get him.
Right.
We're like, oh wait, I just wanted a 10+1, just in case. I know it's not necessarily, but
right. Still. You have 11 bullets. My God, you're just some evil person.
You're about to do a school shooting.
Oh my God,
who needs that many bullets? Oh my gosh.
The people who are in control are literally just the most. You could say the most functional psychopaths you can imagine.
They all have armed security. Those in the state funded by your taxpayer dollars. What you're forced to pay. What's forcibly extracted from your paycheck, or you can't work at a place.
Right.
That's what's being used to fund your violations of you. And to fund these sick people. We're so hypocritical.
It really is mind blowing.
It's no different than a nobility class or the king class. Because what did they do? They weren't providing goods and services directly.
Yeah.
Now you have like this so-called job called lawmaker, where literally all they're doing is having discussions and writing down how they can frame as particular laws to infringe on you some more, and how they can give it this like nice sounding name, like the Patriot Act or No Child Left Behind policy or whatever, all these things, like in order to deceive you and make you think that it's supporting something that's good. That's not truly what it is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really is maddening to be in a situation where it's hit that point where literally the arguments of like, oh well, we need this democracy and stuff like that because otherwise you'll be ruled by feudal lords. Like the feudal lords were not even this bad in terms of taking. Like it's like literally the amount of regulation and taxation and the fact you can't even own your home outright because of property taxes. There is no material difference. There's no material difference.
Owning a home,
there really isn't. You're under neo-feudalism. There's
right, and if you don't
have sovereign
pay your
rights.
property taxes, even if you pay off your home, you still have property taxes. You have property taxes forever.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't end.
It doesn't end. It's disgusting.
If you can't afford, like even if you paid off your home, right? You've paid it off. It's been paid off for 10 years. That should be your home, right? Even the moment you pay it off, it's your home officially, right?
Right.
From the bank or whatever. Even then, the state claims ownership over it. And if the property taxes go up, which, I'm not super familiar, but from what I've heard, property taxes can go up if the valuation on your house goes up, or you add something right to your house.
In certain places,
makes
definitely.
It better. And which is I swear, which is freaking nuts. That if it goes up, and you're on a fixed income, for example, you're like 70 years old and you're on a fixed income. Suddenly you can't afford the property taxes and you literally have your home taken from you. That's just so wrong. It's just so evil in it. And it's no different than the king sending their horses to take your land and give it back to the king.
Yeah, so it is.
It's my English voice, but
I like it.
but it's that's where we're living in. It's just the state has tried to blend in and been like, politicians like, I'm normal, Elizabeth Warren. I drink beer. Oh, I'm a normal human being. I'm not oppressing you. Kamala Harris, she digs into a chicken wing. She's like, it's just funny the things that they do. They're like, I'm human.
Yeah.
Look, I have kids. I popped out babies. It's they've just gotten more sophisticated. It's not so overt and in your face. They use the rhetoric of freedom, safety, just like in George Orwell's book, 1984, in Oceania,
Like there's no glamour to it. It literally, when you peel back,
they glamorize
all the layers.
It's not really.
These are just deep down people who literally are no different than the petty tyrants of the past who just are lusting to rule and be like, oh, you're a powerful king or queen and you are the master of everybody's lives. Like it's literally that petty level of disgusting, dysfunctional evil that still exists within these politicians. Like, and they just hide it under
the pedo island. Everyone.
Right. Yeah. I've seen.
It just reminded me of I watched a Steven Crowder clip where he's like, there's pedo freaking island.
Yeah,
it's so loud.
It's a literal island.
And he's like, no one's talking about it. He's like, am I nuts?
Well, imagine how Alex Jones feels.
We're not, right? Alex Jones has kicked off.
Alex Jones has been feeling that for a long time.
Yeah.
But I've known about that myself for many years because I've read things like The Rockefeller File by Gary Allen and other books that cover the historical, because people actually knew about this even in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Really guerrilla journalists who studied these things and looked at Bohemian Grove and the Bilderberg meetups and stuff like that. There are people who actually knew about these kind of cultish practices and in-group thinking where it's like you do something so heinous that you're basically going to be blackballed if you try to leave the group kind of thing. And this is very true of any, kind of secret society that
just
uses
Epstein
that
did, inviting people to his parties.
Right.
Just having surveillance cameras everywhere and just waiting for someone and having the young underage girls there at the party and then recording if sexual things happen.
Yeah, and it was his West Palm Beach house. There was cameras everywhere because he was basically honeypotting people. I mean, it's just
and then blackmail.
Yeah, it's nuts. These people, I would say they don't even understand it. Some of them love it though.
I just have to say I'm so glad it's been exposed. Even Tucker Carlson on Fox News was talking about the ABC cover up of the Epstein story. Even he was talking about it. But maybe that's just opportunistic. I have my own. I think Fox News is part of the corporate press itself. But
I don't think anybody can hear you when you talk that low.
Oh, I said I think Fox News is part of the corporate press as well. And
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're all, it's a big club. Like, as they say, you're just not in it. The whole schema of that level of control is that
it's crazy.
They're all playing within their own special club of insider knowledge and government power. And, at the end of the day, they're still best buddies. They pretend to fight, on TV.
Epstein was part of it.
And then behind the scenes, they're just, kicking back drinks and talking about their next moves. It's pretty bad. It's a false left-right paradigm.
Right, and how to control and manipulate, and what policy scheme or rhetoric can they think of next to control people and get people to be like, oh, government, please do something, and like, here, have more power,
Mm-hmm.
So someone said Epstein was Mossad.
It could have been. I don't know, but it could have been, but I don't know. But yeah, I think though too, to piggyback a little bit off of the earlier discussion you had with Liberdale on the war on drugs and things like that, it's just more important than ever. Part of this, of what we're doing, is to really get people to embrace property rights absolutism. That is, that people should not have any excuse to have any of their fundamental rights, violated, just because someone wants to be like, oh, well, drugs are bad, or guns are bad, or this, that. It's just all property rights violations are themselves unethical and immoral, and you shouldn't be making exceptions for any particular category. And as evidenced by history, when you do, the government will use that to infringe upon the rest of your liberties, because if they can use a pretext of, well, when it comes to the war on drugs, we can take away, the requirements for certain types of searches and different types of takings, or if it's the border, well, that you don't need a warrant to search your phone. The government will do everything in their power to remove every inch of rights that you have if you let it. Even if you don't at this rate, because it's gotten that bad, I think more people than ever, because as you can see, everybody here talking about Epstein, more people than ever actually realize the nature of the government, which is it's a giant, basically pedophile ring of people who want to control and enslave everybody. That's what it is. It's what government really is.
Sick people.
And that's why they're clamping down, in my opinion. That's why we have these red flag laws and these other things coming up, is because the people in power realize that people are waking up in mass to such a wide degree that if they don't try to shut down people's ability to communicate, people's ability to share knowledge, people's ability to organize, that it'll be over for them. Because at this point, many people are like, wow, okay, literally every politician is some evil, murderous pedophile, basically. So, they understand that their days are numbered if they don't, basically try to kill off whoever they can and get as much control as they can before it's too late. So,
right?
Yeah.
So until the big glue happens, big wow, we gotta change as many minds as we can, and a lot of people are having their minds changed every day, just coming across whatever video they find, cartoon, animation, meme, hopefully music video, anything that they just realize, that they're being enslaved, and that the nature of the people that they've been made and propagandized to worship, presidents, police, military, like that it's all just a control system, and they're the ones being controlled. So
yeah, absolutely. And we just had a question that was pretty funny. How many more bullets or cartridges do we need to rack one? I think is it 15, right?
15.
We're 15, so halfway there.
Yeah.
Living on a prayer.
We're wow, we thought of this.
I saved you from getting copyright stricken for singing the song.
All right. But wait, you can't even quote it?
I would say that technically it might reach that level.
Someone Google it?
It really could. I've seen crazier things happen.
Silly.
So yeah. So yeah, basically it's 15 more, but regardless, we're gonna be keeping on fighting against all these things, and hopefully with everyone's help here, be able to actually meaningfully change some minds and push the needle, at least to the public opinion of people who are going to be possibly voting or possibly changing other people's minds enough so that we can stave off some of the worst things that would happen if red flag laws get expanded to what we believe they will be if left unchallenged.
Right.
So
there's FPC is one of them. There's so many organizations like GOA and SAF really challenging it. It's gonna come to a point, right, of push comes to shove, like, and it's gonna get to a point where are you gonna fight back, or are you gonna kneel down and be killed, or be deprived of your right to defend yourself? Like I see all these stories, and it just freaks me out that somebody who's just a peaceful gun owner, they just love guns even. They have all their guns confiscated. Like, first of all, firearms are really expensive. If you get anything that's like decent, we're talking minimum 500. Like, good enough quality. That's like bare minimum 500. But like when you're talking about like your standard, nice AR, for example, that's like $1,000 plus, and it's just crazy that people have had everything just destroyed and taken from them, and that's just so horrible. Just can only imagine being in that situation, and hope I don't go through that specifically, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Modern Renaissance Man just came in with 15.
Thanks,
all right. Here we go. Where's Chewy? Where's Lakowski?
I don't know.
SoCalCBDsamples.net. SoCalCBDsamples.net. I'm just reading what he wrote.
Man. All right, cool. We get to
that's 15. We got finally get to rack one.
Well,
all right.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Modern Renaissance Man.
Perfect. So
again, definitely Modern Renaissance Man will be a special guest.
Rion Mayer says, I love guns, can't own any though. I don't know what the reason is why for that, but if it's I mean, that reminds me of the whole felon law thing, which I vehemently am against. I find that to be so ridiculous. The idea that if someone is free, they should be able to buy a gun, period. Because the fact of the matter is, if you're like, oh, okay, well, what about felons and stuff like that? It's like, if they're being released, they can hurt somebody with or without a gun. Like, you don't need a gun to necessarily go and murder somebody or cause harm, run over people, whatever. So this idea that, oh, okay, they shouldn't have their gun rights, it's just ridiculous, because either they're too dangerous to actually let free, in which case, of course, obviously you should not let someone free who's actually intent on murdering some people, or B, you've let them free and that's it, and it's over. They should be, fully restored in their rights. I mean, it is just absolutely insane. Like, if you are free, you should have all of your rights unhindered. It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So it definitely is something there too. And actually, that's actually an issue FPC is taking up as well, is restoration of rights, because it makes no sense. Like, the system that is the criminal justice system is so anti people being able to like rehabilitate and get jobs and be self-sufficient, take care of themselves, that it just creates this vicious cycle of recidivism, and it's just not right. So FBC is definitely on board with that. I'm on board with that as well, and I think that if you're free, you should be able to get a gun, period. Like, unless you're actually trying to murder somebody, or commit an actual violent act against people with it, like, okay, you're free, okay, you should have guns. Like, it's just the straight up brass tacks.
Okay, so I just have to laugh at John's comment. He says, I'll sell one of my ARs to the government for $3.5 million. That's a very specific million. If they wanted that bad, LOL. That's true. At one AR, I'd be like, okay.
I think you may have some extra bullets there.
I do. I was distracted.
No, that was right. I think, is that, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Someone said, how long until knives? I mean, that's what you have in the UK, which the UK, you said before that the UK tends to be like 10 years ahead of the US.
It's basically the UK, in terms of their governmental policies, tends to be around 10-ish years, just like as a precursor to what comes to the US. What all their policies come down kind of downstream. The surveillance, right? They had like the tempora, the full take surveillance systems way ahead, the CCTV and all that good stuff. And it's just crazy.
I'm seeing movies about the government's behind the scenes watching all the CCTVs, and they make it all cool.
Yeah.
When it's like, oh, actually,
it's crazy. We are literally facing what is neo-feudalism's final, clampdown on people to basically create a truly subservient, controlled, murder any independent thinkers, make sure nobody thinks about politics or philosophy, only obedience. And if you're going to be productive,
you can't let it happen.
You can do it just as long as you're paying your dues to those who are in power. It's disgusting.
The other world that they don't want to see is one where there's maximum freedom, minimal violence, where the incentive is to trade and be peaceful and to respect property rights. They don't want that to be the norm. They don't want everyone to have the chance to flourish. They want to control. They want to be the ones in charge and be able to create their subjective view of how the world should be. Right. Killing, don't care, not caring if they kill your mom, kill your dad, whatever.
Right.
Just like the U.S. government will drop nukes in Japan, like instantly killed people. That's just these are the people we're up against. But I will say there are all these kinds of people who are trying to build the next world. This world where you can trade in a permission, like without permission. You don't need a permit. You don't need some bureaucrat's stamp of approval and background check of who you are to open a bank account, to whatever. You're in charge of it. And they want to create a system where you don't have to trust that person because the arbitration is automatic, and that there's I'm not super familiar with crypto, but like where you can like have the blockchain verify that the transaction went through. So
a decentralized oracle.
I don't know. I was gonna say proof of stake or something. This is some like algorithm. You have to like make sure it really was that person. It's a way to verify private key encryption, things like that. Like it's really cool. There's like these are the software engineers for Liberty. I was talking about specialists. Oh, thanks. Okay, I'm back. I'll rack it. I got distracted.
It? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, can you hold this down?
I will hold it down.
Thank you.
All right, show off that mag.
Oh yeah. Oh, so easy. Thanks, RS.
Put it up close up.
Oh, okay.
Because the YouTube needs to see.
Facebook?
Some people sadly are in states where this is a crime, which is
and YouTube.
To me like absolutely insane. I'm like as far as I'm concerned, I might as well be seeing someone say, "Oh yeah, this is slavery is legal in this state." It's that crazy to me. Yeah, it's like the idea that having something like that would be a crime is as crazy as saying, "Oh yeah, slavery is legal still in this state." I mean, it's just so backwards.
Can we just have all these people move, like liberty-loving people everywhere, just like take control of the state, secede from the union? Like
there might be another civil war along those lines, but it won't be about taxation from the north or slavery.
This that'd be one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. So I think we updated everything we needed to so far. Yeah. So I want to just wrap it up here and say thank you to everybody for coming on out, hanging out here in the updates here with Red Flag Reality. Again, everything's going well. It looks like it's going for a January 1st launch.
And it sounds like I didn't see any other particular suggestions for perks except for a 1-week vacation by stay.
Yeah. Which,
it depends on timing.
Hanging out, yeah, we'll say.
There'll probably be,
more days in Vegas for sure.
Mm-hmm. So that's cool. And thanks for being around. And
yeah, just again, stay up to date with everything. We're just going to post here really quick. redflagreality.com. So again, redflagreality.com is the place to stay up to date, as well as facebook.com.
Oh, you wrote Red Flag Reality.
Oh, no. Okay. www.redflagreality. So did I write that right? .com.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and then Facebook. Oh, no. Facebook.com.
Thanks, Facebook. Sorry it's mirrored and that there's no support from Facebook for Android.
I have no idea why they won't do it. It's ridiculous.
Android's been around for a while.
Right? It makes no sense. Oh, well. In any case, hopefully the next update will be some good stuff.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit from now, but I think
with Thanksgiving going on.
Right. Yeah. A lot of holidays and other stuff. So basically, we'll update you soon enough, and just tell you that everything's going to be good to go for the January 1st launch. So
yeah, exciting
we'll let you know.
Things.
Oh, and are we going to do that music? Another rap song?
Yes. So there will be another rap song coming out, and it'll be part of this culture here of trying to.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. No, I'm just saying. Okay. Oh. So we'll be doing we'll be doing another rap song. That'll be fun. Just not like the full music video, but something a little lyric video.
Yeah, we gotta focus on this.
Yeah, we gotta focus on Red Flag Reality. That's more important because
the audio's not too bad to record. So.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So another song. Maybe we could keep that up every year, just a new song.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Take care.
You guys have a good Friday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.